Hello there ladies and gentlemen, my name is Virtual Venoms and today I'm bringing you another video about Rome Total War 2. Rome Total War 2 is set to be released on the 3rd of September this year, so as we get increasingly close to the release date of this game, more and more information, especially with E3 is just passed, is pouring out of the developers, interviews all over the place. So I thought I'd round some information up for you guys, give you guys some actual facts and details about the game, and just put aside all these rumours which are floating around after E3 and all sorts like that. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, don't forget to leave a comment on anything else you'd like to know or me to do a video on. And if you do enjoy the video, please hit that like button, it really does help a lot. Alright, thanks guys. So in this video I'll just be confirming some of the main aspects about the game and information. Let's start off with the factions. So the factions, there will be 9 playable factions altogether. These include Rome, Pontus, Egypt, and then obviously the rest, such as some Gaelic tribes and playing as the British Iceni. The Greek City-States DLC will be available for download on the day of release, which has been confirmed by the developers to include 3 main factions. Obviously we knew this before, but it has been confirmed. All the rumours and features about these 3 factions are actually in the game. So next, and probably one of the most important aspects of any Total War game, is the battles. However, before we go on to the battle itself, I want to talk about the campaign features and the new campaign diplomacy system, and plus the scale of the map you'll actually be playing on. So the gigantic scale of the game was actually reconfirmed, and everyone started getting bum thrills over it when they saw it at E3. The scale of the map itself that you'll be able to expand and play on is absolutely phenomenally big. However, that means that a lot of things in game have to change themselves, such as the way things work. We're not going to be seeing the same gameplay mechanics and systems we saw in Shogun 2 because of the scale of the game. Obviously in Shogun 2 the map itself and the amount of factions within the map was a lot smaller and a lot more dumbed down, and it was more focused about the kind of authentic combat experience. However, with the Roman Empire and the Roman era itself in the ancient period, we really want to see a huge scale. So obviously things have to be sacrificed and new things have to be brought in. It was actually a really good relief to see at the release date itself and E3 conference that they hadn't sacrificed merely any features. In fact, they basically just amplified all the features by like 1,000 and then increased the awesomeness inside the battles as well. And that wasn't even a word just to end this off. So the new diplomacy system in Rome Total War 2 is configured to be one of the best we've seen so far in next generation games. Obviously on a scale this size, the AI is probably one of the most important things to making a campaign game run really smooth. Obviously the online multiplayer is all shaped about the players' experiences through other players' actions. However, the campaign, which is one of the largest parts about this game, is always going to be about the campaign and the way that your enemies act within that campaign. So the brand new Total War game, it's vitally important on a scale this big that the AI is well configured. You don't want a stupid AI in the middle of a battle running its troops off the other side of the field while you're trying to engage in a really epic scaled battle and end up just having to chase them down with cavalry, and it's really boring and malicious and tiring, and the game just gets boring. So what does AI do for the diplomacy system? Well, a brand new modification system is in. Now what I mean by that, or should I say modifier system, is in. What that means is when someone or you march an army into a friendly or a normal other faction's area, they will have a huge negative modifier towards you. Doing real life actions towards them, such as placing military or army towards them, is not going to go down well with most factions. So the choices you make affect how friendly and how nice and how equal you are going to be treated by the other factions that you're going to obviously do trade with and things like that. So this makes for a brand new gameplay experience and a whole brand new look at the way the game is shaped. So from now on, you're not just going to be able to march around willy-nilly through factions to reach your enemies. You're going to have to strategically think about where your troops can actually get to without pissing the wrong people off. The AI will now also choose strategic advantages when coming into sieging you. Now what that means is, if you're going to attack a faction and you're at war and you're in the middle of a war, in Shogun 2 it often became the case that you'd randomly get butthurt by another faction randomly declaring war and attacking you for no apparent reason. So now the AI in the brand new game is going to have more of a reason to actually attack you. They're going to use the modifiers to actually modify their experience with you will shape whether or not they want to actually go to war with you and your certain situation. So expect AI now to be making decisions based on your current location, your current situation. If you're at war with more than one enemy, expect the AI to take advantage of that, sneak up behind you and actually try to recapture all of your lands. You have to be very careful. That's not to say also that the AI system, when it comes to managing your population on a day-to-day basis, is going to be a lot more difficult. The AI is a lot more intelligent, and with the modifier system you have to actually think about the people's needs, wants and things like that. If you get your people too unhappy, certain things will happen and certain things will make it really difficult to actually rule as a competent leader, whether it be Rome or you're actually a chieftain for the Iceni tribe all the way in Britain. Either way, you'll have to keep the AI on your side when controlling your people to make sure that you can rule successfully. So that means altogether the diplomacy system is going to be a lot more complex, with AI actually taking into a lot of different aspects into consideration to make its choices. Now you're going to have a lot of different choice, which means at the end of the day that people are going to be able to have a lot more difficulty with the AI, which is something which was never really encountered for me personally at the other games. So now that AI can react to your every move in an efficient and intelligent way, don't expect the campaign to be the easiest aspect of the game. We all know that multiplayer was one of the most challenging, but now expect this to be the most challenging by far, with the AI being intelligent and actually having to think about your every move in the brand new campaign, which is what players have been wanting for ages. Rome Total War 2 is set to deliver one of the best gameplay experiences campaign-wise and multiplayer on a huge scale. The developers of Rome Total War 2 did not stop there. No, instead they went on with the diplomacy system to develop something so much more, something which I've been wanting for ages in a Total War game, and that is the internal diplomacy system. What this means, you're going to have a hierarchy of power within your own kingdom, meaning different families competing for your position as ruler means that you will have to make some difficult choices that will affect the gameplay experience in game. What this means is if a person is getting too much power, such as one of your rivals at court or in the Senate, you will have to take them out, whether assassin or try other means of diplomacy to stop them from reaching power instead of you. Who knows, maybe a full-on rebel and betrayal might be a hold. If you will lose power and grasp of your own kingdom, maybe taking a few legions' swords and plunging them into the opposing family in the middle of the night might not be that much of a bad option, especially the way the Romans used to operate. I'm not giving you any tips for bloodthirsty tactics, I'm just telling you that that's an option you have in game. So with all this going on, with new intelligence, new options and new worries for the player to worry about in the campaign, along with the stunning graphics and the brand new build features and things like that, and the interface in the game, combined with the epic scale of the battles themselves and the map itself, this is shaping up to one of the best games. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a comment, subscribe and like for more. I didn't get to do all the information I wanted to round up, but I'm running out of time for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching.